Alrighty y'all, so links to the products, some of the products listed in this video will be in the description box below. Now the first thing you're going to need is some faux leather. You're going to need some masking tape or some painter's tape, and you're going to need some transfer tape. And you're going to need a strong grip mat for your Cricut. You're also going to need a roller or brayer of some kind. That is very important for this. You're going to need some good scissors, and you're going to need a ruler, and I'm just using a quilting ruler right here. And you're going to need some jewelry findings. Just depends on what kind you want to use. I chose that brass kind, and I'm opening up my Cricut design space here, and I'm just going to pick my templates. Those will be in different places on your computer, obviously, so it's not important where I'm getting mine from. I did get these free from Design Bundles. They have a huge variety of free earring templates right now, and I suggest you take advantage of that while you can. So I'm adding the two that I want to use, and what I'm going to do here is just size them down to the size that I want. I think 2 inches for the largest one is a pretty good size for these dangle earrings, and I'm going to do the other one just about 1/4 of an inch smaller because I'm going to lay that over the top, and I'm going to color each different design so that I can go ahead and put them all on this one canvas right here. And I'm going to duplicate, and then I'm going to align them. I always get that wrong. I aligned it the wrong way the first time. And then I'm going to weld them, and I'm going to do the same thing with the smaller ones. And since they're different colors, they will appear on different mats, but I'm going to prep them on the same mat. I'm just going to flip it around and do one on one end and one on the other end, and you'll see that in a moment. But once I've got everything going, we're going to look at the size here, and that's what I'm going to use as a guide to measure my piece of faux leather. And you'll see here, I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to measure it. And I'm sorry I got out of frame here, but I was focused on what I was doing, and my little camera moved a little bit there, so I'm kind of up at the top of the frame. But you get the idea of what I'm doing. I am measuring here, and I'm going to mark it off with a pencil. You don't have to really worry about that. You're not going to go to the edges of any of that, so that pencil mark is never going to be on the back of any of your earrings. So I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to show you how I lay it on the mat. So I'm using that faux leather piece as a guide to cut out my piece of transfer tape, and I'm just going to cut that out, and then what I'm actually going to do is stick it to that mat. And one thing that I've learned, I kind of been practicing this a lot, is to put that piece a little over the lines on your Cricut mat, because if you put it too close, it's actually going to cut those earrings to the edge. And if it gets a hold of that tape, that painter's tape or masking tape on there, it can be a little messy and it won't cut out right. So you just want to overlap a little bit and make it everything slightly bigger than you need it. You want to make sure all that tape is down good. It's not hanging off the edges too much. You know, I'm just trying to cover all the bases here. I tweaked this, and I was so excited when I was able to do it, and I've learned what'll work and what won't work on my Cricut Explore Air too. But I'm absolutely stoked that I can make earrings on my Cricut now. So I'm going to use that deep cut blade, and we're going to go to the faux leather, that paper thin setting, and you're going to do the more pressure because it's going to automatically cut it twice. So you're going to see here, I'm going to cut out that first one, and then I will go to the next step, and I'll actually flip the mat around without even removing these, and I will put the other template on the bottom of the mat. But you'll see that. So I'll let you watch that and enjoy this tranquil music while I do this part. And I just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe. I do sewing, crafting, or an occasional cooking video on my channel at least once a week. I upload on Tuesdays. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe that. Let everybody know where I'm at, y'all. Alright, using the same mat, I'm going to go ahead and measure off for the next earring templates, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just doing it on the opposite end of the mat, and just a step you can do. You don't need to do anything to your Cricut either. If you've already got both of those on the same canvas, actually all you need to do is prep that second pair, and you just feed it into the Cricut just like you did the first one. You don't need to change anything. It's automatically going to cut the second template. So I'm doing the exact same thing here, and it's really important to make sure that you braid this really well, that you roll that roller over that before you do this step. So here we go. We're going to cut out the second ones, and you can see that I forgot to turn the video camera on for those second pair of earrings, but you can see how well it cut those out, even with that chunky kind of glitter texture on the green part of these earrings. It cut them out really well. It didn't have any issues. Although I kind of think that this faux leather is a little different because it did have some really bad fraying on the red ones. But overall, I love them. They're lightweight earrings. They're really pretty. They make great gifts for this time of year. It's not super expensive, and I am linking you to that faux leather, and I'll link you to the findings and the other things that I use in this video. Also, with this faux leather, it almost seemed like it had kind of a smell when I got it, but I noticed when I took it out of the envelope, it was actually something in the Amazon envelope. So, yeah, that is just really strange. I never had that problem with an Amazon order before, but there you have it. There's my little Christmassy earrings. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace, y'all. Bye-bye.